Alright. Yeah, I think this is the right. I think I'd loaded the wrong file up. I think this is the next world. Could maybe the fucking's beeping their horn at me out there. Gloomy Galleon? Should be. Yeah. So this one's a pain in the arse because water. A lot of water. Oh yeah, damn right we got that green screen going on. I just didn't use it before because I couldn't be bothered. I weren't too sure about the lighting anyway because of how like low the lighting is, but it don't look too bad. This is less shit covering the screen because I've got enough stuff as it is anyway. We've got follow go there, we've got that there, we've got chat box, we've got this, I've got the shit all over the screen, so I thought, yeah, it covers the curtains, so this is why I'm going to get the nonce cam. I say, so we can have the camera outside so that you guys can do the nonce checks for me. Someone's going to be watching out there. Anyway, how long we got before we start Zelda? About an hour. I've used it before in some YouTube videos, and I think I did it in the early days of the streams. It's that Elgato one. It's the foldaway one. It's a little bit pricey, but the fact that you can just push it down and it's folded into a case, pretty good. And it stays solid as well, so it don't crease. Because originally I bought one of them sheets off Amazon. You just like fold it over, you like hang it over the rail, and it's kind of too big, and it creases. And then but the Elgato one, if you're gonna be using it regularly, it's worth getting. So I probably will always use it. Sometimes I want to put the fucker away because it takes up a lot of space when it's like that, but it looks better, I think. Alright, I'm just trying to remember. I always forget this place. Where's Cranky? I forget where Cranky is. Well, there's a DK balloon, we'll get that. I know Chunky can punch them chests open. Cranky might be through here. Is he up top there? Yeah. Not sure if he has any moves for me, or does he want... Oh yeah, because I got the banana medals. You get to play the... I forgot what it's called. It's a game Rare did way back in the day. I can't remember what system it was for, but it was... I think it was before my time. It might even be 80s. You get the Rareware coin. I don't know if it counts towards your completion. Let's have a quick look. Oh, is it called Jetpack something? Or is it just called Jetpack? It's this one here. It's like really old game. This was one of Rare's earliest things. I mean, Rare have been around for a long time. And this looks like it could have been like a Commodore game or something. I think this is in the Rare Replay collection, actually. It's pretty amazing that you look back at these old games and think how basic they were, man. But they were probably pretty mind-blowing shit back in the day, man. It was a ZX Spectrum. Jeez, 1983. Oh, it's older than I thought. Before my time. I can't do old games like that, I'm terrible. It's sort of like old arcadey style game. I can't even do fucking Tetris or Space Invaders. I don't know what you get if you get that coin. I don't think I've ever got it before because I could never do that. Probably just there for completion sake. Don't think you need it for your 101%. I'm sure you don't. Let's activate these pads. Silence, how's it going? Remember one of the first like computer system things I ever played on was it was called a BBC. It's a BBC Micro or something. It was from the 80s, I don't know whose it was. Possibly my mum's or something. I just remember it had like orange keys on it. I can't remember what games they were, but I'm pretty sure I remember playing on it something. That was like the first ever sort of like video game system. I don't think it was like actually meant for games, but and we had something in primary school like a really old Apple system. Maybe it was an Apple. For some reason I got the word Acorn in my head. I think they were like educational games where you'd type in the character to go left or right. Like those basic. So I forgot what you'd call those style of games, but I remember we had one of those. Yeah, I think it was there was two versions. We had the BBC Micro. But my real proper first time playing a video game was the NES. I think I already said before it was a game called Tecmo Wrestling, which is still brilliant to this day. Still really like that game. But that was the first one for me properly. But I remember I had like a friend. They had. I can't remember exactly what. Again, it was one of those systems with a keyboard and a monitor and floppy disks. There were a lot of them that all looked the same. And I played Lemmings on it. That was an early memory of playing a video game. Didn't really understand it, but I just liked these little guys going on the screen. Oh! Ad129, thank you very much for the follow, much appreciated. I see you're playing one of the most broken games in the world. In every way. Really? I don't really consider it broken. I mean, you know, have you ever played Sonic 06? Oh, Tev, you sick bastard. You ever played Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? Oh. Okay. Gotta do it, you redeem your points. I'll only play as much as I can. Alright, let's see if we can squeeze that in next week maybe. If not the week after. I'm probably doing the first proper episode of the podcast next week. Is it next week? Let's figure out what date it is. We're trying to figure out a date with Dewey's laptop's fixed now. And I've had to tell him, listen, you need to a certain extent, behave yourself. There's certain topics that we cannot touch on because he can't. He's not got a filter at all. He can't help himself. So I'm like really nervous about what he might accidentally say. He never means it. He's only joking. But you know how bad things have got now. I could end up getting this channel shut down if he says something. So I'm like making sure that he, like I've said, like you, whatever you say, you cannot say this, that, or this. What date were we thinking of? Hang on a minute. Yeah, I think the 20th or the 21st. I think we're gonna do it. One of those 2 days. Well, you know me, Tev, I don't think anything's worse than Superman 64, but that game is appalling. It was one of the very early episodes of Angry Video Game Nerd. That's where I learned about it. Of course, out of curiosity, back in the day, I checked it out, and oh dear. So it'll be as much as I can tolerate. Fair enough. I mean, I've never had any major issues with this game. I mean, I've beat it before, I like it. I feel like I've played way worse. Like I said, Sonic 06, where I just give up on that piece of shit because it's just so broken. Like, I mean, when you're like falling through the floor and stuff like that, then it's like not even worth it. I guess that was one thing back in the day of these old games. There is something better about modern games, and obviously being online, is that they can actually patch and fix stuff. You know? Like back then, if a game shipped with a major glitch, you're stuck with that major glitch. Do you know what I mean? Like I remember WF No Mercy, still consider it the greatest wrestling game of all time without question. But that had a glitch in it that would randomly erase all of your data, and yeah, you can't do anything about it. That's the way the game shipped. So, but at the same time, I think with games now, because they know they can patch and fix things later, they're quicker to rush games out. So we tend to get more broken shit now because they have this mindset of, but it's alright, we can fix it later, which is absolute bullshit. Or these day one patches, which goes to show like that they're shipping a game unfinished. So here's the game, but you'll have to download, you know, the 30 GB day one patch. Sorry, what? What do you mean? No. How about you ship it fucking finished, you idiots? But that's kind of this mindset they got now. That they're just happy to ship broken stuff, knowing they could go and patch it later. And I'm like, no, it's not on that. Yeah, I remember some, but it was very rare. Usually, it's if it that whatever bugs it had, you were stuck with, you know. Actually, I think we need Diddy out here, don't we? I know Lanky can transform into Engard. I think it's the first time we see him in this level. So I think Donkey can get into the lighthouse, can't he? I think we've got to raise the water. Yeah, I think that's the emulator glitch, right? Because I'm pretty sure that was not a glitch in the normal. I should be getting it where you climb in the tree and then it can teleport you back to the beginning of the. Well, it kind of like throws you off the actual level, and then you end up back at the entrance. And the graphics stretching as well. Pretty sure that's just an emulator thing, because I do not remember that happening on the actual N64. But then saying that, I haven't played it since I was a kid on the N64, so maybe it was. I mean, I can play the game N64 because I have it, but I hate the N64 controller. Like, I had absolutely zero problems with that thing back in the day, but holding an N64 controller now, it's awful. Nintendo never did do, for the most part, the comfiest controllers, did they? I didn't think the GameCube was all that great either, controller-wise. Like, the NES was just kind of like, you know, just being a square. Kind of got a bit uncomfy after it. Not terrible, but SNES were a little better. But the Pro controller is really good. I don't know what it was like, because I know they've had Pro controllers for other systems, but the Switch Pro controller is like really comfortable. That is a really good controller. It's expensive, but it's worth it if you're playing a lot. I know I'd never liked the GameCube controller. Again, I didn't think it was like awful or anything, but I thought PlayStation's controller much better. Now the Xbox 360, that was a damn good controller. That was really good, very comfortable. Not so much the Xbox One. I don't think they should have changed the design, but hopefully the Xbox Series X will be better. I've not seen it, I don't know if they revealed it, but these coins. Crap at the time in here. But that's the thing, it's got the rumble thing and it's got the built-in mic, the motion stuff. I don't think it needed it. It just adds to the price, man. What if, you know, I assume the system's only going to come with one controller. What if you want to buy another controller, play with a friend? It's expensive, man. How much for that controller Xbox brought out? Whatever it was. That was friggin' ridiculous, wasn't it? Problem is with this controller as well, the PS4, is that the battery life is pretty bad. It's only going to be worse, isn't it? If it's got like everything, more stuff built into it. It's just yeah, it's the Elite controller. Like, who wants to pay 160 quid for a controller? It's madness. I mean, is it that good? Do you know what I mean? Or is it really just designed for like these, whatever they are, you know, these fucking pro gamers or whatever? Oh, that's good, isn't it? Fuck! Missed the bananas. I'd never pay that for a controller. I actually used to buy quite a lot of unofficial ones back in the day. I remember that Mad Catz and their controllers and stuff. Oh, thought I'd missed that one. Not that one. Or this one. Oh, I've done it again. I mean, going back to the HD rumble, I really don't notice much of a difference. Do you know what I mean? It rumbles, it vibrates. I don't, you know, I don't get it. The good old Rumble pack I used to have for the N64. That thing were a beast. That was the first time I had Rumble. Right, come on. Gotcha! There we go. Took longer than it should have. Ah, we've got to do the seal race, haven't we? I don't think it's too hard. Not as bad as the slide. Yeah. Because you could either put... I would put the rumble pack in for your rumble. And for instance, like games in Zelda, it was used for the... finding the secrets. The Stone of Agony, I think it was. It was later changed to the Shard of Agony in the re-releases, because they didn't have the N64 Rumble. And that'd rumble when you found secrets that you could like bomb areas. But you'd have to take that out if you wanted to put your memory pack in. Remember, this was one of the games that used the expansion pack, didn't it, for the N64? I think the first one I played was Majora's Mask. And there was this. It's the only two I remember that needed. Actually, I don't know if Majora's Mask needed the expansion, but this did. I think it came with the expansion. Because it increased the memory, didn't it? I think I've actually got one with my N64, have I? Where is it? Yeah, it's an ugly looking one. Yeah, for it's a RAM expansion, isn't it? That's what my one looks like. But it's got that annoying little cover at the top. You could think, because it's a third-party one, you get the official one, and you could just put the actual proper cover back on top. You won't notice. Yeah, maybe Perfect Dark as well. Have I got Perfect Dark? No, I don't. I thought I did. But yeah, I seem to recall, because I was going to have a look at the box, see if it said it, but I think it did. Oh, we need Diddy, don't we? Alright, let's get Diddy out. Yeah. So what are the actual specs like on the PS4? I said I've not really looked into it. I assume they got revealed the other day. Like, how does it compare to Xbox? How does it compare to a modern PC? How does it compare to the PS4? I know it's got SSD, so they're on about like almost no loading times, which I guess is good, but this is where Funky is, I think, around here. Yeah. One terabyte SSD, 16 gig DDR6, 8-core processor. I thought I saw a red balloon. So I think I need to lower the water again, yeah, because Diddy's... That's to get into the sunken ship, isn't it? So, I mean, I really don't know what that means in terms of its specs. They're always saying, oh, you know, this is a huge leap in technology, but I feel like the gap's getting smaller. Like, the difference between PS3 and PS4 was definitely a much smaller gap, weren't it? Are they still pushing VR, or are they giving up on that? I'm still not interested in it, to be honest with you. There's only Half-Life Alyx that I'd actually want to play, and I am not dropping all that money on a fucking VR set for one game. It ain't gonna happen in a million years. I ain't got that money anyway, even if I wanted to, so... Yeah, it's not... I think I was right to say VR was a fad. It never really took off, has it? Maybe at some point again in the future, but I just don't think right now. I just don't think it's the thing. And I knew it wouldn't be. There was a little bit of buzz for it for a while, weren't they? But, you know. Maybe once they've fully figured out the technology and how to really make some big, proper AAA games for it, maybe then. But they all kind of seem like tech demos from what I've seen. Yeah, I mean, it was a fad back then, weren't it? And look at the Virtual Boy, completely flopped. Flopped so hard. In fact, that was I think that was Nintendo's biggest flop, weren't it? I think failed so hard. I knew streaming weren't going to work. I knew Google Stadia was going to fail. I just knew it. I don't know. What were Google thinking? I think a big company like Google would be a little bit more aware, wouldn't you? But it was never going to happen. The technology isn't there. Now, is streaming games going to be the future? Probably. I hate the fact that that's probably the case. I really do. I hate the idea of streaming games. I think it's fucking bullshit. But the technology just ain't there right now. It isn't. People are still on the internet with, you know, they still have like caps on their internet. People are still in areas where you can't get decent internet. I mean, the town I used to live over, which is the next town over, it was just a slow spot. You couldn't get decent internet. You were stuck with shite. You couldn't get fibre optic. Hey, Wesker, how's it going? I mean, just him trying to play a normal console. I mean, he's a complete filthy casual. Do you know what I mean? I tell him this all the time. He only makes out he's a gamer just to annoy me. But yeah, he buys a new console to play FIFA and Call of Duty. He's one of those people. Yeah. And he goes to me like, and he just gets them all for the sake of having them. Like, a few weeks back, he's like, oh, how much is it going to cost me now to get PS5 and Xbox? Oh, I said, well, don't buy it. You don't need to buy it. Just stick with your PS4 and your Xbox One and carry on playing your Call of Duty FIFA on that. You know what I mean? He said, I know, I've got to get them. I'm like, you don't. You don't need to buy them. You know, you're going to be dropping like what? These things could be like up to 600 quid just to play fucking FIFA and Call of Duty. It's madness. I know. I mean, he buys some of these games that he hears are popular, like... I was telling him, you know, God of War is one of the greatest games I've ever played. It's a pure masterpiece, so he got it, and he didn't like it. He can't get anywhere in it. Same with The Witcher 3, he got Witcher 3. To me, greatest game ever made. He couldn't even get past the first Griffin fight. So why'd you buy him? I don't know. He likes the odd fighting game, he plays Tekken. And annoyingly, he beat me at that. He was playing God of War, weren't he? That's what it was. And he picked that just to annoy me. And that's the thing, you've played one FIFA, you've played them all. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, what can they improve? They're a sports game, they follow a strict set of rules. I mean, for football, right, a bunch of guys kick a bit of leather around a pitch. What can you do, really, to change it, in all fairness? Alright, you can increase the graphics a little bit, make the plays look a bit more realistic, but apart from that, you can't really take them anywhere, can you? Do you know what I mean? Because they're sports. I mean, FIFA's pretty much been exactly the same for the past 10 years. I don't get it. I don't know why people get excited for the next one. Oh, I can't wait for, you know, FIFA 21 or whatever. I'll just carry on playing FIFA 20. Or whatever we're on to now, I have no idea. Best football game ever was that, what's it called? You could dive. That's all I used to do, is dive and get my players sent off. It's like, well, like, this is football or something. It was on PS2, maybe. And I think in one of the FIFAs on N64, you could run away from the ref when you're trying to give you a card. Now that's the sort of stuff I want to be able to do. That makes it more interesting. You can just go over and like tackle the goalkeeper, take him out. I only played FIFA 98, or was it World Cup 98, because it had Blur Song 2 on it. That's the way he can punish me as well with a shit game, get me to play FIFA. You know how much that'll annoy me. I once played a FIFA game on Xbox 360 online. It was the first FIFA I ever took online, so what could it have been? I can't even think. Were they still going, being named after years? Oh, thank you for the host. What was I saying then? Totally forgot what I was saying. Although maybe you could enjoy my misery of how much I hate it and don't understand it. But, I've told you, what was I saying? Completely forgot what I was saying. Oh, I was playing FIFA Online, I got beat 13-0. I'm going to be honest, after they scored about the 5th goal, I started scoring own goals just because I'm a sore loser. So... yeah, fuck this place. I don't like it either. There's too much water. You sound like an IGN reviewer. Right, there's a balloon here somewhere, isn't there? I definitely saw a balloon. Thank you for the cheer. Thank you very much. It doesn't take much, to be honest. Shit. Oh, why is it over there? It's in an awkward place, isn't it? Can I get it from down here? Yeah, probably. There we go. Where's that banana? There it is. Oh, Jesus. It's only the first one. I feel like we've been on this forever. Alright, I know Diddy can press a switch, brings out the pirate ship, doesn't it? And then you can go on the pirate ship. I think Chunky can go on the pirate... well, the pirate ship's there. I thought that came out through a door. I thought you pressed a switch for that to come out. Did I already press a switch? Oh, I can't remember. No, I've already pressed that one because I've just been in there. Oh, Jesus. Where's that balloon? Literally right above me, innit? Of course it is. Oh. I need to circle him round. "12 hours. I'm pretty sure I can get Link to the Past done. But I don't know how long it's going to take me. Because you know how easily distracted I get. I mean, yesterday, before I even started playing Assassin's Creed, I was spending a good 20 minutes when I was talking about ice cream. So like sometimes I forget I'm actually streaming. I start rambling on about all sorts of shite. God damn it! Oh, this balloon! Actually, I'll tell you what. Pay a better chance if I jump up here, innit? Yeah, the plan was to go Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time, but there we go! Got the bastard. I mean, I could have done Zelda 1 and Zelda 2, but I'll get wrecked by them games, so for my own sanity, I'll play the ones I know the best. And like my 2 favourites as well. I can always do a marathon part 2. But I could do my Metal Gear marathon next, don't I? See if I can get through Metal Gear Solid and Metal Gear Solid 2. Which I will be able to if it were for the cutscenes, but I couldn't get one because they were from Hong Kong. Alright, otherwise I would have been dressed like Link right now. The only option I had was to dress like Princess Zelda. And that weren't going to happen. But it was really expensive, it wouldn't have arrived in time, and to be honest, it probably wouldn't have looked as good as it looked, because you know what they're like when you order stuff from China and Hong Kong, they put a fake picture. You know, it might look, it end up being like child size or something. Look, I got a Zelda shirt on, alright? It's kind of a Majora's Mask mashup. It's the best you're getting. I ain't got a green hat. Plus it'd disappear anyway with a green screen. It actually wouldn't have worked because I'd have been wearing green, I had a green screen, so I'd have disappeared. It'd just been a floating head. Look, you got me wearing a cape, alright, when I played Super Mario 64. That was humiliating. And when I was losing my mind enough as it was playing that game. Can we change Nightbot to stop being a dick? Can you do anything with that, Tev? I'd stop it if I knew how, but I don't know what I'm doing. I'm an idiot, so... Ah! Why can't we just, like, jump on their heads like we could in Donkey Kong Country? What if we chuck grenades at them? Well, anyway, yeah, I don't mind. I am going to play Donkey Kong Country 2. And it's probably going to be the biggest meltdown you'll have seen so far from me. Because... God damn it. Because I'd want to get 102%. Which means I have to get all the coins. All the DK coins, all the banana coins. The other coins to get to the Lost World place. I mean, I shouldn't do it. I shouldn't do it. If I had any sense, I'd go, no, Ash, don't do it. Don't do it, mate. You're going to drive yourself insane. It's something I do. I just torture myself, don't I, Tev? I never learn. I never learn. I make the worst decisions. And immediately regret it. I mean, since I started streaming regularly, for how long have I been doing this now, Tev? A couple of months? It's mostly been one giant fail. Nothing's really gone that smooth. It's me just raging, getting pissed off. Yeah. Me deciding I hate a game. Snapped the Sonic disc, didn't I, on stream? Snapped that into oblivion. That was after I'd already ripped the case up. or you know, a game will crash. Like this crashed on me just after I finished that goddamn boss in the box, Jack in a Mad Jack, whatever it's called. It crashed right there. But I still think, I don't know, what do you think was worse? Lord of the Rings. Game Guy Jack, thank you very much for the follow. It wasn't hilarious because that boss is so frustrating, and then I beat him and then he crashed. I had to do him again because that's just my luck. Because I'm literally one of the most unluckiest people. That was like, Halo had the loudest moment when I shouted fuck and had to go off, but it didn't have the most. It didn't have the most rage, did it? I think it was either the Two Towers, particularly with the Helm's Deep, or it was Nemesis, because that was a hell of a lot of rage for a long period of time. So I officially hate Lord of the Rings, the Two Towers, and Return of the King. I hate them. I hate Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. I hate... Yeah, Nemesis was... That was a real shit show, wasn't it, that? I got wrecked so bad by him. But the thing is, up until Halo, it was silent rage. I not flipped out, and it was silent rage. You can see how pissed off I am that I wasn't actually... I'm just so full of hate. But I hate myself, so... You know, it's all fair. Just the older I get, the more angry I get. It's like I am like an 8-year-old man. I just want to shout out the window, telling the kids to shut up. Kick a ball into me garden, I'm gonna pop it. Do you know what I mean? I make a good old person. I'm already there. I like to have a whinge about stuff. I'm gonna end up just like my granddad. I'm gonna end up just like my granddad. No one can whinge more than he can. Never happy. He's never happy. He loves to have a whinge. It's his favourite hobby. Yeah, I can guarantee Donkey Kong Country 2 will go straight to the top of the list. Oh, good. Right, we've got 10 minutes, haven't we, till Zelda? I'm just going around in circles now. I don't even know what I'm doing. Where's this going to take me? I need Diddy, don't I? Yeah, Donkey Kong Country 2 is going to, like, that Bramble Blast level will probably mentally break me. I may die on stream. It could happen. Make sure you clip it, alright? Or the other level where, is the floor moving up? Or is it water, and you're the snake, and you got to keep bouncing it? Oh my god. I mean, there's a few other hard ones in between, but there's a couple that are just on a different level of brutal. Or it's like, Jesus. Jesus Christ, I can't even get this coin. What the f is going on here? Come on, Donkey, work with me, mate. That's it. Is that the one? There's one where you've got to keep the watercolor changes, don't it? You got to keep jumping on like a seal, so he spits in the water. Otherwise, you get hurt by it. That was one of them, but one of them was like a castle, and you bouncing up, platforming, and it's just insane. You get crushed. And there's the barrel, the insane barrel level, which is just all sorts of wrong. And then there's the one where you control the parrot. I don't think it's Squawks, it's the other one where you're actually flying as him through. I think that's the Bramble Blast one. And it's just like, oh my god. But at the same time, Tropical Freeze and Returns are really hard as well. I think Returns has got the temple levels, which are just ridiculous. And I think Tropical Freeze brought back some of the barrel levels and the minecart. It's also got these rocket stages as well, which are really hard. Continue to go in a circle. I've still only got like 1 banana. I have made 0 progress. This is going to take me forever. What's the level after this? I can't remember. What is the level after this? Is it the fungi forest? I want to say it's the forest. I need to start getting ready for Zelda, don't I? Oh, that's bad, isn't it? Oh god. Jesus. It's hands down the hardest one. I still think it's probably the best, but it's so hard. But that was rare. Rare were major arseholes with their difficulty spikes back in the day. My plan is do this, then I want to do Banjo Tooie, and then we're going to finish on Conker's Bad Fur Day. But then I guess that's pretty much it for Rare, innit? I know I'll go back and do GoldenEye. Maybe. Still haven't got around to doing Sea of Thieves. I've installed it, but I'm not going to playing it. Look at Lanky's little... Look at that! I like Lanky. They should bring him back. Nuts and bolts! Nuts and bolts is a sack of shit! There's no love for it. Anything Rare did past... I'm just trying to think. That was kind of it for Rare, weren't it? After the N64 era. Kind of died, didn't they? What did they do on GameCube? Did they do anything on GameCube? They did Conker, actually, was it Rare that did the Conker? Live and Reloaded, whatever it is, the remake. Or Grabbed by the Ghoulies, or whatever it was called. But they kind of faded away, didn't they, when Microsoft got them. And then they did the abomination that was Perfect Dog Zero. It was a launch title. And then that cameo game, whatever it was called, Elements of Power, never played it, looked like shit. Most of the team had split off by then, hadn't they? Because I don't think any of the original Rare guys who made these sort of games are even there anymore. Some broke off and they made Time Splitters, didn't they? That one more follower, which I'm most likely going to get, and I'm going to play fucking South Park. I'm already annoyed at them turkeys. No, no, Star Fox Adventures! I really liked that on the GameCube. Now, I haven't been back to play it since it came out, so it might be one of those games I go back and play now and think, actually, that was shite. But I remember really enjoying that. So, I don't know. Because I remember I was annoyed when they brought out that other game that was Star Fox something on GameCube. Because I wanted a sequel, I wanted Star Fox Adventures 2. Yeah, maybe Star Fox Assault, it could have been. So I remember thinking, oh god, what's that? I don't want that. Well, I think it's time for me to go get Zelda ready. And I have achieved absolutely nothing in this little pre-Zelda stream. I got one banana. So, well done, Ash. Well done, mate. You've achieved nothing again. I seem to have... This is... I don't know, I've just seemed to have come to a halt now. Like, the same with Assassin's Creed. And this, I'm just not making any progress. I just start rambling like an idiot. And then I realise, I actually meant to be playing a game here. It's the whole point. You're streaming a game. Red Bull. Okay. I blame not enough caffeine. Look, I got the big cans this time round. It is, isn't it? I really am. Like, I've become an old man. It happened just, I don't know. I just think I just woke up one day and I was just in a bad mood and I never got out of it. It was probably when I was about... I think when I turned 23, I think that's when I just went, oh, fuck everything. I just want to watch the world burn. I think that's when it was all downhill. But yeah, I am scared I'm going to end up just like my granddad. Because Jesus Christ, everyone says I'm like him, exactly like him. Apart from he's an alcoholic, I'm not, so... Probably shouldn't say that on stream, but... He likes to put a little bit of vodka in his coffee in the morning. It's not good, is it? Yeah, I got the caffeine. I'd say the caffeine addiction's not as bad. Come on. It's not great, but it's better than being an alcoholic, isn't it? My hands aren't shaking if I don't have a beer. You know, I just get like a major migraine if I don't have... That actually is bad, isn't it? Me mum's the same. If I don't have any caffeine for a certain amount of time, I get withdrawal and I get the most intense headache, and it's right behind the eyes. It's a shooting pain that it's so bad I have to lie down. That's how bad the addiction is. Ever since I was 16, I started drinking coffee. And I just need it now to function. And as I've got older, it's got worse and worse. I'm completely dependent on it. But it's such a bad... It's like, not even a minor headache. It's so intense. I can't do anything. I've literally got to lie down and, you know, it's... Or just fill myself full of Cocoa. Really bad. Right. It is time to begin... The Legend of Zelda. So give me a few minutes. What the fuck is that? Alright. Shall I emulate it or should I do it through the Switch? Because I've got Link to the Past on Switch. Now I'll emulate it because if I'm playing for 12 hours, this controller's going to die in it. Second favourite, what's first favourite? I'm curious. I always like to know people's favourite Zeldas. I know, but I don't think it's charged. Majora's Mask, not a bad one. Yeah, Majora's Mask, it does not get the credit it deserves. It's so good. It's so good. A few times I've played through that, I thought, actually, you know what, this is my favourite. And I go back and play Ocarina of Time, and I'm like, actually, Majora's Mask is... Oh! I've said this many times over on YouTube, over on probably here as well. But I didn't like Majora's Mask when I got it as a kid. When did it come out? 2000? So obviously I was like super excited. It was a sequel to the most amazing game I'd ever played. And it was just like so different and dark. And I didn't fully understand a lot of it and I couldn't get into it. But I kept like coming back to it over the years. And as I got older, I started to like completely love the game. And I loved the dark tone, and I started to actually realise how fucking dark and depressing that game is. And I love it. I love it so much. I enjoy it more every time I go back to it. It's... Oh, I wish they'd do another Zelda that dark. It's... Oh. It's amazing. Right. Now I'll be back in. Yep. And a lot of people didn't like the fact that you're on the whole time, you're being timed. But to me, that I liked it. Do you know what I mean? Like this whole sense of urgency, like the fucking moon is gonna crash into the earth. And obviously, you can slow down time when you start to learn it all. You know, but getting all the masks and oh my god, the music, the fucking music is like hands down the best music in all of Zelda. Do you know what I mean? The Song of Healing alone. It put me off when I was a kid. I didn't understand it. I kept running out of time. But, just the music. Song of Healing and Oath to Order and... Oh, my God. There's so many amazing remixes you can find on YouTube and stuff. Anyway, I need to shut the fuck up and start playing some Zelda, so I'll be back.